My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan, and today we are continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about a question that was raised to us concerning life insurance. It was a little bit of a complicated fact situation. Somebody had life insurance and passed away, and they left a portion to a married child, and later on the married child gets divorced. And the question is, does the proceeds from the life insurance, or do the proceeds from the life insurance have some role in the divorce? Do they come into play? Are they in play in terms of people making claims, I want a piece, which is often something that happens in a divorce. Everybody wants a piece of something. But really, the rules that pertain to this are very similar to the rules regarding any individual or private or prior acquired property. So let's go over that real quick. The general rule is that items that come into the marriage are part of the marital estate, those are going to be subject to division. There are certain things that are not going to be subject to division, and those would be things that were acquired other than during the marriage. So the real operative question when we're talking about property division is not so much what, but when. When was the thing acquired? Now that becomes very, very important. So we have to hear it well. The notion that I have a property now and therefore I'm getting divorced that's subject to division really misses a key question if the analysis ends there, because it misses the analysis of when was it acquired. The court is going to look at, is it a marital asset from the standpoint of when did you get it? If you got it during the marriage, well, that's an easier analysis. The thing is going to be subject to division. If it was acquired before the marriage, it's a different story. Even if it's acquired before the marriage, but it's part of an inheritance or an estate planning thing, there is place to argue that it's not something that comes into the kitty when you talk about divorcing. It's not something that comes into the pool of assets that is subject to division. In order for that to be the case, though, it has to be treated a certain way. So in our scenario, where somebody inherits some money, or somebody gets money from a life insurance policy, somebody died, they got money, the question becomes twofold. When did it come into the marriage? When did the asset that we're talking about, when did it come into the marriage? Did it come in before or after? And two, is it really an item of separate property? If it came in during the marriage, but it is the proceeds of a life insurance policy from your parent, there's a strong argument to make that it remains separate property because it was part of an estate maneuver, but it'll only become and remain separate property if you don't take steps to gift it to the marriage. If you get separate property and then you give a gift to the marriage, you cannot take that gift back. It's going to be subject to division. Now, what do I mean when I say somebody gifts it to the marriage? Well, if you get proceeds from a life insurance policy and you take it and you open up a separate bank account in your name and say, these are the proceeds from when my dad died, I'm putting them in there. Then there's what to argue later on in an event of a divorce. Your Honor, that was separate property, that was from an estate planning maneuver of my father's. It came to me, I opened up a separate account, it's my separate property. Never been commingled with the marital estate, and you can argue to the court that it belongs to you. But when you take the life insurance check and you put it in a joint account with you and your wife, what you've done is you've gifted it to the marriage. If you're going to gift it to the marriage in the event of a divorce, guess what happens with gifts? You're splitting the gifts. You're going to split that just like anything else. So in a situation of life insurance, if you want it to not be something where the corpus of the money, the main part of the money, you want that to keep separate, you've got to make sure to maintain it as a separate item after you get it. The moment you maintain it as a joint item is the very moment when you've lost 100% interest in that asset, and your 100% interest has likely become 50%. So it's very important to know that distinction. Now, if you have any questions in particular about your case, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.